My dear friends, I'm stuck. I'm in the middle of the forest and I don't have an idea on how to get home, which direction I have to go. Luckily, I have a map and I have a compass. So let's see if those two can help me. Now, if you have a map, the first thing that you have to do is see if you can find out where you are. That might sound strange if you don't know in which direction you want to go, but if you know where you are, you have already made an important step. So let's fold open the map. Okay, I'm around here. Now, if you do not know where you are, you can see if you can find the place where you have started your hike or where you have started your trip. Then you look at the scale of the map. On this map, the scale is 1 on 25,000. That means every centimeter on the map is 250 meters in real. Now have a look at how much time you have been on your hike. Estimate your speed. If you are walking, it's about 6 kilometers per hour, and then calculate the distance that you have walked. Once you know the distance, you can divide it by the scale and you know how many centimeters that was. Then you start where you left, you take a measurement and you put that number of centimeters in the right direction. Yeah? If you do not know in which direction you have traveled, then look at the Adventures app where I give more tips on how to find the location where you are. So, I now know where I am. Now I have to see where I want to go to. Again, I look at the map. I know I want to go from here. I want to go to these buildings over there. But I do not know if I have to go that way, or that way. So this is where my compass comes forward. I have my compass here. As you can see on the map, it has a windrose. The windrose has all the 4 wind directions and it has a long one which indicates to the north. Now, to know which direction that is, I put down my compass horizontal and then I turn the map around. Until the north of my compass is in the same direction as the north on my map. Basically, I've now done most steps. The only thing I now need to do is on the map, I place my compass roughly on the location where I am. I was here, so this is where I place my compass. I want to go there. Yes, remember, I want to go there. So what I do is, I make a line from where I want to go all the way to my compass. And then I can check over here how many degrees that is from the north. So I know that the north is there. That's 0 degrees, and since I want to go there, I can see that that is 190 degrees. So now I know in which direction I have to go. To get an idea on how long I have to travel, I can measure the distance between where I want to go to and where I am now. If I know the number of centimeters, I can calculate the distance based on the scale. Now at that moment, I have the distance that they call the flying bird distance. It's the distance that a bird has to fly to get to that location. It's not the distance that you have to walk, to cycle or to ride. Depending on what area you are, that distance will differ. If it's a straight road, it's very easy. It's the same distance. But if you are in a forest and you have to walk around the trees, or worse, if you are in the mountains and you have to go up and down in the mountains, the distance will be very different. but you can estimate the distance, and now you can calculate roughly how long it will take you. If you are walking, you can say that you walk 6 kilometers per hour, and then you know where to go. So I know that, and I can now put away my map. But like I said, the roads are not always straight. Particularly on a mountain, you have to go right, you have to go left. So every time you have to make sure that you stay in the right direction. So look around if you find anything that you think can be on the map. For example, a river or a big mountain. When you find a river or a big mountain, what you do is you get your map back, you fold it open, you check if you can find that location on the map, and then you do again the steps of putting it in the right direction to the north, put your compass next to it, put it on top of there, and see which direction you have to go in order to get to your location. That way you prevent that you might go in the wrong direction for a long time. Now you know all this, it's time for your challenge. The first thing you do is go to a location of which you have a map. Then when you are at that location, decide where you want to go to. Get your compass, open the map, and see how you can get there by using your compass. Don't use any other directions, just your compass. And after you have done that, post in the Adventures app for your friends and for your teacher. I'm sure they want to know whether you succeeded. See you in the next adventure.